Much. It's all so much. Oh my goodness. One day at a time. One day at a time. One day. Just this day. Just get through this day. My hair looks raggedy. Raggedy! Where's my hat? I don't like it. I hate it, as a matter of fact. What? Well, if I got it, I guess I could. I can't really minimize the screen, so I'm not seeing myself. I hardly ever wear my bandana like this. I think it's gay. When I say gay, I mean gay as in dumb, not gay as in me.
What you think is gay?
I think it looks gay, but when I say gay, I mean gay as in stupid, not gay as in me. There we go. Higher. Kind of feel like a pirate today. Not really. I really don't. I don't even know why I said it, because I wore a frickin'... Ooh, I should find a bead and put a bead on this because it's torn. That'd be cool. Put some beads on there. Then I'd really look higher. Anyway, I'm trying to decompress. Hi, Jessica. It's been a long day. Already went and had his dental. They took out 8 teeth.
How many?
8.
Why?
Because they were bad. He's getting old, and it's been a long, hard year. It's been probably a year and a half since they had their last dental.
Oh.
They all had it before we moved. You know? That's one of the reasons why. Yeah, anyway. So 8 teeth. So he's in there drunk. They said he's gonna feel so much better in a couple of weeks. He'll be acting like a puppy again. Yeah, so is $1,000 for that, for his $80 just for tax. $80 just for tax.
Just for tax?
Just for taxes.
Wow, that's a lot round.
It was $1,000. Yeah, thank God. God provides. Well, you know. And it was only, and the thing that is weird, I was like, those a la carte. See, that's what they do. Everything is a la carte. They itemize everything, you know. Like, the procedure for his arm was $220. And the actual dental was only like $120. But then you get all, and then that thing, and then I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I don't want people to think I'm complaining, because I'm just grateful that my dogs can be seen. Because at least this vet, there's 2 other vets, one of which they have 5 veterinarians in the office, all women, and they just, no, we're not seeing any, we're not taking appointments now, you know. And it's just like, because people, they get their clientele, they get the people they want to serve. And then they just the people live in a bubble of just how they want it with the people in it. And they don't like outside. You go, call back in May and see if we're taking appointments, is what they told me. I just hung up. I'm just like, what the, yeah. And this was last month. Yeah, this was the end of March. So I'm just like, you ain't in it to help the animals. When you run business that way, you ain't in it for the animals. It's all about money, you know. I saw this new initiative, because veterinarians are, you know, high suicide rate. It's because they're greedy as fuck, and they're all in for the animals. And once they, you know, people figure that the gig is up, they can't live with themselves, just like all the other people that can't live with themselves. So that included, because Tucker had his pre-dental. So it did include Tucker's pre-dental. And Tucker got more ear medicine. Hopefully this will do the trick, because it's an in-house kind of mix kind of thing. So Tucker's dental isn't until May. The 3rd week in May. So that'll give me a... You know, and you know how I look at it? I was telling Mom, I said, as long as I can swipe my card, and be able to do what I need to do wherever I go, that's all I want in life. And I don't need to go to freaking boat stores or Maserati stores or freaking new auto dealerships. And I don't need all that stuff, you know. My needs are so basic. It's the things that I love that their needs are less basic than mine. And they need things, you know. And then, okay, so yesterday they go, all right, if you don't hear about Artie's blood work, but you know, in the next, if we don't call you, then it's good. So no news is good news. And I think I even said that on my video yesterday. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So then today, when they bring out his meds, they bring out a box of extra prescription because his liver enzyme was elevated. Well, why didn't they call me yesterday? Because that is something. And that's, you know, I'm just like, what? My whole life, I have said what I would do, and I've done it. Right? For the most, 90%, 85%. Things within my power, because sometimes things come up, I have no control over it. It's out of my hands. Right? But it was drilled into me as a child. Integrity. Accountability. If you say you're going to be someplace, you're going to be there, and you're going to be there early. And if you're not, there's going to be a consequence. It was like that. So when I got to the Air Force, that was a joke. My standards were already up here. And the United States Air Force was far beneath me. That's why I could only fucking stand to do 6 years. Because people just say words and then do whatever. And then do whatever and say words. And then you get a fucking earth full of cognitive dissonance. And nobody believes in anybody because nobody says anything true. It's so fucking weird. Supposedly it's gonna change though. Because you know what? And people aren't getting it. People aren't getting the consequences of their actions. They're not getting it. They're not. So anyway, I got to take Artie, Tucker at 3, and then Artie got to come home with us then. And I got to take him back tomorrow. Oh God, he jumps down, and I just, good boy, good boy. He's just very indecisive. He doesn't know where he wants to be. He was laying down here. Did he get sick? He's just really drooly. He's really drooly. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You want up on there? You want up on there? Good boy. Good boy. Where do you want to be, huh? That light is pretty bright, huh? Is that better? Make it darker?
Yeah, that's
I should close the window, huh? Keep it from blowing around. Is that better?
yeah, that's good.
Okay? Okay? Okay. Okay, you just be. So he has to go back tomorrow. He's just standing there. He's stoned. I don't like seeing him like this. He's got to go back tomorrow to get his bandage changed at 3.
What does he have to do tomorrow?
Huh?
What does he have
They're going to just change his Band-Aid.
Oh, they're not gonna-
He'll be a lot better tomorrow. He's just really on a lot of drugs. He got 8 teeth pulled, man.
How many?
8. Okay. What's the matter? Huh? What? It's just, you know, when people have surgery and they're just out of it and they're.
That makes him feel good. secure with your hand.
See what else. I gotta finish this talk. He's alright.
What boy are you? What boy did you?
Just go right here. Go right here. Okay. No, he's out. He's going back in the room. Oh, I hate seeing him like this. Whew. He's alright. He's gonna be okay. See, this is the thing. Is I've had so many freaking events in my life when I was younger that it was just like you gotta react and you don't even get to think about stuff. You just gotta react. Somebody's kicking the shit out of mom. I gotta beat his ass. I gotta protect her. You know. A man is trying to kick her out of the car going 70 miles an hour. I need to try and help her. And at a very young age, I was probably only 7, 6 when that happened. So it's just like you get to a point, if you have so much stuff happen to you, that it's like you handle it, but after it, it's like, whoa, I gotta take, it takes more to the bounce back is less. The bounce back is less. Maybe he doesn't want the fan on. You want the fan on, bud?
Yeah, that's better.
Because I don't think he likes the fan right now. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He'll settle down. So the older you get, it's just like, anyway. Luna, you be nice. Tucker's like, she does that when he doesn't lick her face right. When he's not doing it right, she corrects him. That's just, you're not there. Anyway, so mostly though I've noticed in here the people, my exchanges with people are mostly positive, and that was not the case in Oregon, nor was it the case in Nebraska. I'm not saying I didn't have positive exchanges, but the balance was off. It was like every now and again you'd find somebody cool, And I always start out cool. I don't go out looking for trouble. I don't go out thinking, this is gonna suck. We'll see how this goes. I always leave it open ended because you never can tell. And then I tell the after effects of either that really sucked or, that wasn't so bad. My self-reflection. What the heck is going on with my t-shirt? Fucking whatever, dude. I can't do life by myself, man. I need all the help I can get, man. Buy a little piece of property. Get a little permanent structure. And we don't need much. I mean, shoot. Like, we don't even need that back bedroom. So if we could find like a trailer, was 1 bedroom, 1 bath, kitchen, we'd be all right with that, We're the most survivor of Survivorville's USA, and but here mostly my exchanges are positive, and I understand because energy, we're all energy. And this is the first place, I think this is where mom was born around here, honestly. Luna's! What? No, she's freaking crabbing at Tucker. Because Tucker's nervous, everybody's nervous. It's me all day long. It's what they told me in Arizona when I do all my hand stuff. That's too weird for anybody to ever have to deal with, and that I need to get help with my PTSD because that's just too much for anybody else to have to handle. I'm just like, fucking whack jobs. Those fucking dumb bitches, man. Oh, keep it. Keep Arizona, and I already and I ain't even all stoked about the freaking Grand Canyon because I got to do the river raft for my 40th birthday. Yeah. I got to do the river raft, so I got to see it looking Whatever. I'm past Arizona. What?
Yeah.
Arizona can. Although I do have a .5 there. I think about her. I hope she's okay. I don't think she's okay, but I hope she's okay. So a lot of people are going through it. You know, the world has changed. Everybody has ideas of how they thought their lives were going to be. Did I think I would ever end up in northern New Mexico? You know? And then finding out after we get here, well, we found out a couple years ago, but I backburnered it because it was states away and that don't have nothing to, you know. But then realizing that mom has cousins in freaking here in freaking Teos and Cuesta, which is 26 miles. It's just, God is just, that's why I try not to make stuff up, because I will sell myself short every time. What God can do is just so much better. So it's just like, okay, sometimes I dream big. Sometimes I dream big. Sometimes when I meditate and I, you know, and stuff like that, set my intentions, my new moon intention. I've been working out. Look at that. Ooh, not bad for 46, 47-year-old lady, huh? Huh, Ma? Huh? So you can't tell people, do fat people really care about health if you walk around as a squishy fat person? And I was 200 pounds and 5'3". You know, I've been fat. I eat my feelings. Now I talk about my feelings, and I encourage everyone to talk about their feelings too. Because everybody's feelings are valid. Right? Even if they're the most selfish, indignant, egotistical, freaking maniacal person on the planet, hey, they're still a human being. Their feelings are valid, right? That's how we're going to have to start acting. She, Nancy?
Yeah.
You want to go walk around? All right. Sass needs to walk around a little bit. Stretch her legs. Better hurry. Let Mom go by. Say hi, Mom. Hi. She's so funny. She always tells me what a nice smile I have, and I thank her, you know. So I don't take compliments very well. I'm learning. So I thank you, Mom, and you know, and then I always remind her. I'm like, Mom, it's your smile. You just let me borrow it for a little while. You know? Yeah. Yeah. We have a good time. Life is pretty good. Yeah. So what else? You know, and I also know, you know, just like people mirror me, I mirror people. You know, we're all just mirrors. We're all little disco balls, and what are we gonna reflect? You know, and some days I have bad days too, and I'm the pungency. I'm the pungent. I'm the one that, you know, my whole life people have like, you have such a bad attitude. I'm like, I just say how things are. I don't designate any bad or good to it. You know? It's but how people perceive you. Anyway, so we're all energy, you know, and everybody's energy's calibrating, and everybody's energy's kind of tripping out because, like, freaking things are weird right now. Solar CMEs and solar wind, and just there's a lot of energy that people are, you know, the astrology's all flipping out, and just people. We're having a lot of alignments that people haven't felt in this lifetime. However, your spirit has and remembers, and that is what's causing problems, I think. People's DNA, their spirit, they're having their spiritual awakening. It happens every year. If you can manage to get older in this incarnation, if you can manage to get age, not do something stupid to kill yourself, or, you know, freak accidents, or just, you know, our wear and tear that we give to ourselves, you know, on our bad choices and what we decide to eat and drink and all that stuff, you know. If we can manage to get old, you know, which not a lot of people, it's going to be harder and harder to do, you know. You're going to feel all kinds of different potential energies based on, you know, astrological, and you're going to remember more than that. And you're going to wake up more. And what that means to me is like, okay, when I act like this, I'm a jerk. That's not what God wants me to do. So I got to act in a way that is kind and loving. And for people like me, that ain't always nice, because I got my whole life tough love. Tough love my whole life. You know? And they didn't necessarily like give a shit. Like when we went to like Disneyland and stuff like that, Six Flags. I remember I was like 10, 11 years old. It was back then, you know, in the 80s. We're like, just wait here. You know? And they were in line for it took like an hour and a half. And it was late at night. It was the last ride before they had me wait there. And somebody could have totally nabbed me. Why they could go why Christy, Greg, and Jerry could all go ride the Matterhorn, the wooden, yeah. So they're like, wait here, and they left me, and I just, you know, hung out and fucking, you know, it just my whole life people didn't worry about what was going on with Marge. You know, even when that happened when I was at Disneyland too, when I was younger than that. And I'm just like, because I couldn't go on the rides, but they were like, F it, you know, we're here to go on rides, so you wait here. And I just have to wait there. And I'm just like, oh yeah, Six Flags, really fucking great. We went back, you and I went back later and went on the rides together, so that's how you know, you heal things, you know. You go back full circle. You go back, if you feel like there's anything none in your life, or you got to go back and finish it. That's why it is so important to me to make sure that I keep all the animals till, you know, they take their last breath, because it's a lifelong commitment. And I see all over in the media, you know, and people are always giving up their dogs. You know, people are always like, you know, old people go into homes, and then so we had our dog 10 years, but we got to go into assisted living facility. Those fucking places should let them have their dog. But somebody doesn't want to pick up shit? I'd do it, you know? I'd live in a community and pick up fucking the neighbors if they were old. I'd help, because it's hard. But I know the importance of keeping their family together, because to people like me, you know, our pets are they're all the family I got. You guys are all the family I got in the whole world that I know of right now. But my DNA results will be out any day now, so that I think my world is really going to open up. And I'll be getting a quilt on the 4th of July in the town square, in Teos.
What was the lady's name?
Ruth.
She made it for you, right? I think that was one of the nicest.
In the post office, when I was putting on my veterans plates, my disabled veterans plates, Artie's just standing there.
Just looking out the window.
Hold on. You okay? You okay?
Are you sleeping? Oh.
I would just love it if you just settled down. That would be my favorite. I'm going to take off his collar.
That might be so good.
I can't believe I didn't. There. Yeah, go in there. Go in there. It gets stuffy in here.
He likes to smell.
There, that's better. That's his spot. That's better. Let's just see if he'll stay in there. So, anyway. Whew. Yeah, this is the aftercare, exactly. Thank you for your just staying connected today, Fred Jean. That was helpful. That's why I'm like, man. You know, that's why it's like, people, it's in my astrology. Like, I need people. I need other people in my life. I need other people. I like bouncing off ideas off other people. You know, that's how I'm designed. So, all this isolation, man, it just is not cool. But I went to a coffee shop. I think it's just Teos Java or something like that. And every time I go to Wally World, there's people in line. So I'm like, maybe it's really good. They actually have a sign on the window in the drive-thru that says, if you don't have a mask on, we won't take your order.
No kidding.
So I fucking gladly left and fucking flipped them off as I fucking left, man. These fearful people, the world is made up of fearful, and they're not even afraid of they're not even afraid of the things that they should be afraid about. They're not. The things that there is so much that I would never consider having children. I would that's that's why I didn't have kids. Reason number one is the first time that kid looked at me, and it came from my innards, and said, "I hate you." That'd be it. It would break my heart. And that's not a hard. I don't care about all the other good stuff that comes with it, because there's so much. No, I've seen people go through it years and years and years, and it's so weird that the people that get enabled. The people that enable their kids, I've never been enabled. But people said that, I'm not going to help you because I'm not going to enable you. I'm like, that's all enabling is helping. That's all it is. That's all, they're synonyms. And every time somebody says, I'm not going to enable you, all I hear is, I'm not going to help you. I'm just like, okay, you're just another asshole in the world that doesn't help me. That's great. Let me see if I can figure it out. Thank God people watch my channel. I don't know what I would do. I don't know where I'd be, and I don't want to think about it. I just trust God, clean house, help others, and things seem to go okay. When I run from my own ego, that's when things go awry. That's when things get bad, shitty. Right? Right? That's the lesson. It was a hard lesson for me to learn. It's a long, hard 4 years in Oregon. 3 years without fucking running water. Like heat. Mom had little electric heaters, and I had the dogs. I mean, it didn't get like super cold. Oh, and I was going to say, it doesn't get super, super hot here. It doesn't get like, it's doable. I grew up in Redding. When I had the chicken pox, it was 117 degrees, and we didn't have air conditioning. We had a swamp cooler. Mom could run for 2 hours in the afternoon. That was the first time I remember like going, I don't want to live. If this is what life is, I don't want to do it. This isn't fun. But I was never suicidal. It was just like I'd go through periods where I'm like, I don't want to live. This isn't fun. But I would never do anything to intentionally take my life. There is a very big difference. And I think a lot of people are coming into there, I don't want to do this anymore. So I think that's why it's so important to reach out into your local community and just make sure people are okay, man. And you can do that by just looking at them in the eye. I wear my mask under my chin. I smile real big everywhere I go. I say hello to everybody. Happy day, Introduce myself. He's just back and forth. I'll be done with this here in a minute, and then I'll go settle down, and maybe he'll settle down, huh? So, it's best I can hope for. Anyway, he'll be better tomorrow. I know this. These are things that I know. It's just that they're my loves. They're my little heartbreaks waiting to happen, So, and all the other dogs are a little squirrely. Found a tattoo shop I might want to check out. Although, that might be a little while now. I don't know. No, I don't think... See, because Benny has something on his arm that I don't think if the rest of them are like $1,000 a piece, that's stupid. I don't think it'll be like that, though. Because Tucker's, I think, will be just a dental. It's just the a la carte stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Because I want to get out and start... everywhere I go, like when I was at the vet today, there was a guy with his dog Boomer. Yeah, it's a little female pit bull, older girl. Had more litters than she ever should have. Spay and neuter your pets, people! Anyway, so we were talking, I'm like, and he was telling me about how he lived in Oregon, and like that dog was in Oregon at his brother's house for a year. Because, I was like, that's how I ended up here, is I couldn't find a place to live with my 4 dogs. Nobody, it's like, oh, everybody loves a pet rescue, everybody loves, everybody loves animals, everybody loves all these things that I am, but nobody would fucking help me. Help, But it was all God. I wasn't supposed to be in California anymore. I wasn't supposed to be in all parts in between.
All parts in between.
Evidently, because we ain't there. We're in New Mexico now. And sometimes I feel like I'm on another planet. Because, like, I don't... Like, even in Oregon, like, I could go to Pam's house. Pam would have me come over. The lady at the laundromat I attended, I miss her a lot. And use her shower and stuff like that, you know? You know? But, like, when I lived in Omaha, there's people, I mean, I was so active and so busy doing things that all I wanted to do is live a life that I'm living right now. Isn't that funny? It's like, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to hang out with my mom and my dogs. You know, make my, you know, I didn't do videos then. But, you know, do whatever. And now that's the world, that's the life I've created. Or God's given me. So it must be in alignment. I must be doing something right. But, anyway. But sometimes... I don't know. See, and but see, the thing is I know discretion, and I know, like, I wouldn't let somebody do so, you know what I mean? Is that people, I would do more to engage in their life to keep it balanced. I wouldn't constantly let one person keep doing all kinds of stuff for me. You know what I mean? And just be like, oh, thanks. Oh, you know, I would find a way somehow to energetically reciprocate that. You know, I might not ever be able to match it, or, but just be like, you know, forever live in gratitude. You know. Based on the goodness that has been shared with me. Because there's been a lot of years that it wasn't. Yeah, mask in the drive-thru. I was just answering Fradrine, so. Anyway. I think that's I was talking about people's energies changing and stuff like that. And I go out in the world and I make jokes, you know, because I always... I make glitchy. Technology, points of service, those cards. I make things glitchy. Things, anyway. It's called an electronic slider. I saw one article about it, and I was like, oh my gosh. Sometimes they call them watch killers. People like drain batteries quick. It's my magnetic personality. But sometimes magnets repel. Magnets repel. Like the northbound end and the south. Yeah, they don't come together. And human beings, their energy and us, are no freaking different. It's that club soda. Excuse me. And so it's not just it's expanded more into, like, chemistry. And I think that chemistry is related to not only, like, you know, people like the way people smell, you know, whatever, but it's also, like, astrological. Like, the energy in your planets attract the energy in other people's planets. Yeah, or repel. Because there's just some signs I'm just like, what's your sign? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, have a good day, bye. That's it. The conversation doesn't need to go any further. Just because I know how I am in those placements with that, and oftentimes there are parts of myself that I don't necessarily like, and, you know, have character defects that I don't really like. You know? Does that make sense?
When you don't already like, are there something that you try to change?
Yep. I try to change the things I don't like about myself every single day. That is one of my greatest, hardest, you know, because trying to change all the things I don't like about myself. And when I go out in the world and I see people acting a certain kind of way, and I'm like, man, that's ugly. I'm only saying that's ugly because I know because I've acted like that.
Oh,
So I know how I feel. It's all self-observation. And that's when you're so self-aware. It freaking sucks because you can't go out and you can't blame your shit on anybody else anymore. Once you know that what you see in other people is the goodness or the shit that you see in yourself. Right? And that's things. People come to my tube. They like having conversations with me with stuff like that. And then they come to my tube and they hear something that they identify with and find offense with. And yeah. Well, I talk shit about, I'm always saying, like, cops are the frickin' second lowest test scores in the military. They're dumb. They like them dumb. And now they're dumb and fat. And I talk about how first responders, because they made me go to they made me go to the gym. They said I was fat in the Air Force, so they said, we're going to hold your rank. You have to go to the gym, work out. And then I did all that stuff. And then when I went to Offutt, guess what? They started it all over again. Just bullshit. My whole life has been bullshit. Just, so I've gotten really good with scraps. Right? And then when I got good with scraps, I look around, I'm like, God, man, people need a lot of shit to make themselves feel better. They must really feel gross and ugly and crappy inside. To have millions of dollars in the bank just sitting there for security, And the fact is they have to have money so they can pay for all this stuff because they can't do shit for themselves. And a lot of stuff I can do for myself. And I think it sucks, like, why I gotta spend freaking $300. I could have taken, the dental stuff and stuff like that, but I should be able to just order the shit, fucking ear shit and stuff online and not have to pay for doctors and visits and stuff like that. But, it's all about business, and if living things mattered more than money, then this earth would be an entirely different place. But it doesn't. Some more really bad shit is gonna happen. I don't know what it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I just have seen the patterns, I've seen the patterns that, man, some people are just freaking la la la. Everything's great, living the best version of their life, There's too many people that aren't, and it's not fair. And life is just that simple, so. Karma's a bitch, man, because there can't be as much as there is on this planet and have so many people suffering just because people don't want to share. I mean, I think about these politicians. They make like $220,000 a year upwards. They don't have to pay, everything is exempt. They don't have to, nothing, and so they just keep piling up money. And how much money do people really need to live? Not that much. But their lifestyles are way more of extravagant because they have to pay for things like, don't you know who I am? And their years of experience. Lawyers, laws, biggest crock of freaking shit. This legal system in this country is shit, and I know it because my brother's a lawyer. It's just all about fancy writing, letter writing. That's all that it is. And pushing a paper across the table. Somebody reading it, writing a bunch of shit, pushing it, and it's just So, the world is changing. And you gotta either at least learn to frickin' go with the flow, or thank God I have meditation. Thank God I have God. Thank God I have a higher power, and I have tools of things that I can do to freaking just try and reduce my stress. Being an empath freaking sucks, man. Feeling so many freaking, trying not to feel their freaking, most of the time I don't, because I'm just dancing around, I'm just laughing at them. I feel like I live on a different planet, Mom. I feel like it's Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. Do you remember that movie? Mom remembers stuff like years ago. She just doesn't remember 5 minutes. Like a 5-minute window. But in that 5-minute window are important things. Like, am I hungry? And she'll do that. And I'll make sandwiches and stuff like that. I'll leave notes. But she doesn't remember to read the note. Huh? Yeah. Well, I gotta No, that's not. No, no. Like if I put it somewhere where you can't see it, you're not gonna think there's a note over here I got to read. So I gotta put them right in front of you. Stuff like that. So we adapt. We're survivors. We've been through a lot, Mom. We have. It's pretty remarkable. Me being just that little dumb retarded kid in remedial class that that talk funny. that nobody could understand, and everybody think, are you a boy or a girl? I'd be, I'm a girl. What? And then they'd make fun of me about how I said it. So I went to speech class and became very clear. And then I learned a lot of words and became very articulate. So now if people have a misunderstanding with the words that I say, it is their ignorance.